Hello there, and welcome to this first video about the Star Trek not movies, but actual TV shows. So, some background here. I am a Star Trek movie fan of the films. I have watched all 11 of them and really do adore them, love them, and rewatch them. So, what is this about? This is about my first experience watching Star Trek the TV show, the original series. I finally got inspired to do this after starting to listen to the mission log hosted by Ken Ray and his co-host. I forget the name of him. It's a Rod Roddenberry production, I guess is what you call it, over at the missionlogpodcast.com. And so that inspired me to get started with watching the TV show, which I've never done before. Basically, I never did this because I just never felt it was an important thing to do as far as all the things to watch. Why watch a show from the 60s? And boy, was I wrong. I'm really enjoying the original Star Trek TV series. Cool thing about them, they run around 15 minutes each, so it's almost like a full movie in every single episode, which is cool. Or at least half a movie. So anyways, I started off with doing the order they're doing it in the podcast, starting out with The Cage, which is the original pilot, and then moving to The Man Trap. So what can I say about this? First off, I watched The Cage first, and I did enjoy it. I enjoyed that episode, but I can say it wasn't, it didn't encapsulate me. It didn't capture me right away. It had some really great parts, and it had some really great themes going throughout it, and it just made me smile seeing the old 60s special effects and just acting style and different things in general. And I did enjoy it overall, but when I compared it to my experience with Man Trap, way different, right? With Man Trap, which is the real first episode, not the pilot that never aired, or aired in the 80s, I should say. With Man Trap, you get the full crew. You get the real crew. Captain Kirk, Spock, and all those other awesome characters that you're accustomed to in the original in the movies and things like that. With the pilot, you don't get that. You get a unique cast that is only found in that one episode. You have Captain Pike and some other characters, and Spock is there, of course, but you have a unique cast. I liked that cast, but compared to Captain Kirk and that crew, no comparison. Now, an interesting thing with all of this is the thematic material of the two initial episodes, The Cage and Man Trap, are similar. You have this idea of creatures or aliens playing with humans' perception of what they see. In The Cage, you have total control over what they see. They see a cage of whatever that they want, basically. Kind of like they're utopian. They can create that for them, kind of like The Matrix, where they create this perfect world initially, and they are able to do that. In the second one, the creature is able to transform into any appearance. So they have that aspect of fooling with the mind and going in that direction. So you have a similar thematic material there, but the second one, the one with Captain Kirk, I thought was much more compelling. The acting was better, I thought. It was a lot of fun seeing them so young. I'm used to the movie that came out in 1977, 78, if memory serves me correctly, where Captain Kirk is a fair bit older. So I've never seen him this young. So that was definitely a cool thing to see. But overall, I have to say, if you have not watched the Star Trek movies, I'd say, or films, I'd say give those, or TV series, I'd say give those a shot. They are surprisingly enjoyable for me as a Star Trek film fan, and I just never had time to get into them. There's a lot of episodes out there. The original series only had 3 seasons, so not too many there, but in the total grasp of the Star Trek universe, lots of content there. And I'd say go for it, get into it. It's on Netflix, it's on Amazon streaming for Prime members, and a really enjoyable experience so far. And I think I'll be probably accelerating past the podcast weekly schedule of doing this, as I'd say I'm pretty much hooked on Star Trek. So this series from the 60s is now something I'm really diving into. And I appreciate the simplistic sets and the limitations they had back then as far as special effects. And it's cool to just see that now in present day, as I think these hold up quite well. So thanks for watching this little, I guess, me spilling out my initial thoughts upon watching the first Star Trek episodes. And I'm sure I'll share more of my experiences as I go through this fun little project I have of watching the old Star Trek movies, or TV shows, I should say. So with that said, I would just wish you the best, and say if you'd like to find more about what I'm doing, youtube.com/TCHATN. Subscribe to that. I do more videos there. iWakePodcast.com and ApplePredictions.com. Thanks for watching. Stay tuned for more videos. Aloha.